Today, I'm on a mission to find the best street food in Qatar. Tucked into the Middle East, just off the coast of Saudi Arabia, is a small country called Qatar. And it's not always known for its food. But once you're here, you realize the culinary scene demands attention. From traditional Qatari dishes to Lebanese spreads and Afghan mandi, the depth and diversity of the food here goes far beyond what I've imagined. So come along with me as we explore Qatar, its culture, people, and the food that brings it all together. Now accompanying me on this journey is my good friend Khalid, a fellow local, but also a friend. I've been speaking to Khalid for a couple months now,
yes,
and he's gonna show us around.
But are you ready for Doha?
I cannot wait. So right now we're on the way to Shay Al Shomous, which is an authentic Qatari breakfast spot with an OG called Chef Shams. She's an incredible and very popular chef here, so I can't wait to go and try her restaurant.
But this one is, I would say, one of our favorites لأن it's very authentic. It's literally how our mamas would cook at home.
Aesthetic in here is so cute. It's just very homey. There's like a million pictures of the owner, and she's here right now. She's actually in the back. So maybe we could go have a conversation with her in a little bit. We put our order in. The service was super smooth, and before I knew it, the food was already coming out. So we're gonna grab some fresh bread. We're gonna try the sweet cheese with the beans. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. That's really good. The beans kind of just melt in your mouth. And that cheese on top is just so good. It's like velvety. I love that. Next we're gonna try the bailed.
This is mainly eggs and tomato.
So the eggs and tomato, bismillah. Oh, there's a lot of spice. بيحطوا بهارات a lot.
فيها spices, yes.
But those eggs are amazing. So we got the keema. Looks like this keema beef is spiced really well. Peas in here just for a little bit of sweetness. It's fatty. The bread is soft and doughy.
If you notice that our food is very much influenced by some neighboring cultures. So keema is originally Indian. A lot of the spices that was introduced to our kitchen, they're not originally from here because we live in the desert basically. So not a lot of spices or not a lot of things get harvested here. Some of it, they brought the actual dish with them. Some of it, they twisted it into something very local.
Amazing. I'm honestly very surprised and happy that we got to try traditional Qatari food. What's this? So this is a baralit like crepe. The whole time we've been eating, I've been eyeing down the rgag, which I really have to try.
Yeah, you should try it since it's still crispy, I guess. Yes.
You want to try this one first?
This one actually, yes.
This actually has the sweet noodles stuffed inside of it with a little eggs. Have you had this before?
No. That's nice.
It's thin, it's slightly crispy. It has like a nice glisten of fat. It tastes kind of like French toast, if you will.
Kind of, yes.
Right? It's a little French toasty. Next, we're gonna try the rgag. It's a crispy, thin-like crepe, if you will, that is just brushed with a little bit of za'atar. Bismillah. This is so thin, it's almost like a chip. You crunch, and then it still has a nice chew. So this is the rgag with the cheese and honey. It's not as crispy and thin as the other ones, right? It's a little bit thicker. Bismillah.
That's my favorite actually, it's all-time favorite.
Me too. The cheese is salty, and then the honey just comes in and just sweetens everything up, and it's made with love, as you can see.
100%. Welcome to Doha.
Khalid and I finished our food and are heading to our next stop. We are at Beirut restaurant. This is one of the most notable Lebanese restaurants in the area, and so many people told me that I have to go here, especially the locals. And I'm with Fahad. He's been covering Qatar food scene for such a long time, so I'm really excited to try this.
Ahmed, let's go and try very delicious food.
I cannot wait. Let's go.
Let's go.
We're gonna go in the back of the kitchen and just show a little bit of how they produce this incredible food, and I'm super excited for this. There's a bunch of stations right now with literally things just boiling, and this is where they compile all the the dishes. They have this really cool falafel machine maker where the chickpea mixture is going into this machine that's just twisting and just popping out falafel, which is really cool. In 2 minutes, they can make 140 pieces, which is like at least 10, 15, 20 orders in 2 minutes. That's really cool, and that machine is awesome. لازم نجيب واحدة يا زلمة.
لازم. Go and try the food.
Oh, I can't wait. So we have an amazing spread right here. We have some fresh veggies. We got hummus of food. We got regular hummus. You guys told me I have to eat it in a certain way.
Yeah, we will.
So he's gonna get me right. The first bite can't be with bread.
Get the lemon first.
Lemon first.
Yeah.
Yes, this one.
I'll put it over.
I will show you. Yeah. See?
See?
Put some lemon in the top. Olive oil.
Right here. Ready?
Okay.
This is a serrano or jalapeno.
This is Indian.
Green chili. Oh, green chili. This is gonna be
And
spicy.
we mix everything together.
Mix it.
Yeah.
So the first bite has to be with the onion. You gotta prime the tongue. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. The onion breath is gonna be kicking all day.
Oh, since 1960, same recipe. Everybody love, to eat in Beirut restaurant.
So this is a dish called fette. They actually do a little bit of minced beef on top if you want. So I'm not gonna go too heavy on it. And we just made this in the back. It's a layer of fried bread with a little bit of chickpeas. And then there's this yogurt, lemon, garlicky mixture on top. And it's one of my favorite breakfast items. It's super heavy. If you eat a lot of it, you're gonna go right back to sleep, although it's made for breakfast. Just layers of flavor and love. So I'm just gonna put some in my plate right here. Bismillah.
You will get the falafel, French fries little. There is a mint,
Tomato,
قيمة شوية حمص.
lemon, شوي olive oil a little bit.
Allah يزيدك.
يلا.
شكرا.
صحة.
Shukran. The lemon is such a nice touch. And the bread is so fresh. Lebanese bread has to be some of the best bread in the world. Fluffy, the pita pocket, it's just like, it's so good. It holds everything so well and it soaks up all the flavor so it can't go anywhere else. I'm not gonna lie, those are the kind of special meals that I love enjoying. Just a humble spread with a bunch of good people. It's very nostalgic, reminded me of my heritage as well. And on to the next stop. So next stop is a place called Afghan Brothers, and they make some of the best mandi. I can't wait to try it because Khaled told me it is amazing. Sweet.
Oh yes.
We're
We're sitting on the floor.
Oh, we are? Oh,
Yes.
amazing. Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Okay.
Take your shoes off, like you're visiting your grandma, literally. Most of the region, we sit on the floor just to make it easier, basically. After this meal, I think that you will need a nap for sure.
This is such a vibe, and it's very homey when you're eating with the
Yes.
family. And mandi is primarily rice and meat. And the meat is usually lamb, the really fatty parts that just slowly render into the rice. And a lot of times it's cooked underground. And I cannot wait to try it. They already started on giving us this meat soup. It's a beef broth with, it looks like there's some carrots in there. Ooh, that warms the heart. It's slightly spicy, honestly. It has a kick. It's sweet from the carrots, and the broth is so hearty.
Okay.
So we just got the Afghani mandi. Khaled right now is explaining to me that he says bil khamis. Bil khams. Basically asking me, we're gonna eat with our hands. Well, I'm ready when you are.
Yalla, we're ready.
We're gonna take some of this salsa, and we're gonna add it, and then we're gonna take my favorite piece, and I'm just gonna grab it with my hands. And that rice is absolute butter. Bismillah. Unbelievable.
What I love about mandi, and there's not much spices, so all the flavor is in the meat itself.
It looks like they rubbed the goat with a bunch of spices and they just roasted it slowly. The depth of flavor that the goat has, and the light glisten of fat is just next level. And then they take some of that, fat that they cook and roast the lamb in, and they cook the rice with it. That was an unbelievable bite. All of it is butter, it's falling off the bone.
So apparently back in the days, when they used to have guests, that people were not as rich or they didn't have the capability of cooking as much meat. So they would serve the meat for the elderly first, and then once they're done, their kids will come and eat. The main source of protein is finished, that's why they always have eggs on the side, so they can have the protein for the kids.
This is some of the best meat I've had in my life. It melts in your mouth, like literally every bite, every part of the meat. It's perfect.
I've got a question for you.
Yes.
So Yemeni mandi or Afghani mandi?
Oh man, that's such a bad question because they're both amazing.
To be honest, I didn't see the difference. I'm not sure if there's a difference.
Yeah, maybe not.
So maybe in the comments, let us know.
Afghan Brothers was absolutely incredible.
So good.
On to our next stop. I actually just touched down to a place called Shawarma El Khebbez, and I actually asked Khaled to take me here because they make fresh sourdough bread. I really wanted to try it, so I dragged him here with me.
It's literally one of the best shawarmas you will find in Doha.
And you know how much I love shawarma, so let's go see what they got inside. Khaled's actually explaining to me this is a more premium product, if you will. This is not like the street food style shawarma.
No.
Although it's not, a classic street food spot or a OG spot in Qatar in general, I thought it'd be really cool to actually just give it a try. We're gonna show you a little bit of their operations back there because anything coming out of an oven is gonna be delicious. So of course, let's go see. So after they make the pita pocket, they are taking this juicy lamb and he's just stuffing the pocket in. You got onions, sumac, parsley, little tomatoes, some pickles, and he's just saucing that boy up. I'm really starting to grow love to this style of shawarma. And when I was in Chicago, Neshmi had this exact style where it's like a pita pocket that they stuff after they make the fresh baked bread. At the end of the day, good food is good food, and I'm really liking this newer style of shawarma. So accompanying us is actually one of my good friends, Wayward Gourmet.
Thank you, thank you.
So this is the sourdough sandwich.
It looks like it could be in a museum. You know, it looks so good.
And it has like a red sauce in there, right? There's the shatta. Bismillah. Yo, that's really good. It's different.
You did try it before, yeah?
No, no, no.
Oh,
The-
really?
The
That's the
sourdough
first
one I
time?
haven't tried. Wow, it's actually surprisingly good.
The dough is special. It soaks up all the sauce and the juice.
The texture is really good. Like it's crispy with the sauces.
Exactly. And the meat is spiced well. And all those sauces, there's a nice shatta in there. I really like that. After absolutely devouring the shawarma, Khalid told me that the night wasn't over yet. And there was one more stop we had to make. This time, it's one of Doha's most iconic desserts. We're in Lusail Food Arena at Republic. Everything here is a vibe. We just got our Ali, which is an Egyptian dessert. So it's this like layered phyllo dough with condensed milk. They layer it and they bake it. It looks amazing and it smells amazing. Bismillah.
Delicious. Should be good, yes.
Delicious. I love how the phyllo dough just melts. There's not much, texture to it. It kind of reminds me of like rice pudding. There's no crunch aside from the pistachios on top. This is a dessert that I would seek.
And it's good actually for winter, and in the season it gets more popular because it gives you this warmth, kind of.
Yeah. Now, I really hope I was able to give you a glimpse of what Qatar food scene can be. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more.